Okay, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to fully jailbreak your Nintendo Wii console. This is not a console I've covered before, so I'm excited to get started. This guide's going to show you how to download the Homebrew channel as well as setting up a few other different Homebrew apps and making a NAND backup to ensure that your console is secure whilst you're modding. So without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. But first, here's a word from today's video sponsor, JLC PCB. Today's video is sponsored by JLC PCB. JLC PCB is the cheapest and best way to get your PCBs printed professionally. They offer lots of customization on PCBs, including the colour of the silkscreen, thickness of the boards, and lots of other things that you need to make your PCB perfect. They offer a top-notch quality service at low, affordable prices. They also offer 3D printing and CNC machining, making them the perfect solution for all of your project's needs. Go to the link in the description below to get your PCBs professionally printed today. Big thanks to JLC PCB for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is head over to the ModMe website and download the installer for Windows. If it gets detected as a virus, then that is a false positive. This happened on my machine too. All you want to do is turn off Windows Defender if needed and complete the installer. At the end of the installation you want to uncheck where it says ModMe because we actually want to launch the ModMe skin program, which is now on our desktop. Once ModMe has opened, we want to go ahead and type in I agree into this box and then click next. And once it's done checking for all the available updates, we want to select the first option, which is the ModMe wizard, and then click next. We're going to click yes on this option because we have not modded our Wii before. And at this point we need to select the system version that we are modding. Now to find this you go into your Wii settings and it's listed at the top right. We want to take note of the full version number. For example, mine is 4.3e, so I'm going to select 4.3 and then select E on the next screen, which makes my console a Europe edition. It's going to give us the option to select the exploit we want. I'm going to pick Wii brand as this is the easiest version to use. And now we need to enter our MAC address, which we can once again find in the Wii settings by going to Internet and Console Information. Go ahead and type that into the box and click Next. And it's going to say select your desired system version. Just go ahead and click Next on the recommended one. And we can also click Next on this as I'm not particularly interested in having any of these channels. If you do want them, you can select them and click Next. I'm also not interested in a theme, so I'm going to click the bottom option, no I want the same old boring system menu, and then click Next. I'm going to click no on setting up USB loader as this tutorial is covering purely just the software modding itself. And we want to click Next and then Next again, and this is going to start downloading all of the files that we need for our SD card. These files are going to be downloaded to C/modme by default, so that's the directory we need to go in to get these files. Once it's done, go ahead and click Finish, and then click Cancel, and this will close down ModMe. What we need to do is format our SD card to the FAT32 format. This is really easy, you simply just open FAT32 format, and then click Start. Go inside your copy to SD folder in ModMe, and copy all the files to the root of your SD card. Next, head over to the Wii settings and ensure that in the calendar section your date and time is set correctly. This is an important step, otherwise we won't see the exploit in the letter section in a minute. Once the date and time is set correctly, go ahead and turn off your console, insert your SD card into the console and then turn it back on. Once you're on the home screen, go over to the mail section and go back a few and you should see a new green envelope with a red bomb on it. Go ahead and click on it and you will be greeted with the Hack Me screen. After waiting about a minute, it should say press 1 to continue, so go ahead and press 1 on your Wiimote and click continue. Use the D-pad to go up to where it says install the Homebrew channel and click A, and then go up to where it says yes continue and click A again. Once it says success, click A on continue and use the D-pad to navigate down to boot me. Click A on this and go up to where it says install boot me as iOS and click A on it. Go up to yes continue again and click A. Once again, select yes continue and select continue. Next, go down to return to the main menu and select exit and click A. And this is going to forward you to the new Homebrew channel. Press the home button on the remote and navigate to where it says launch boot me and select it. And now we need to make a backup of our NAND. We navigate this menu using the power and start buttons on the front of the console. Use the power button to move over to the settings icon and then click start once we're on the one with the SD card and the green arrow. Once you see this screen, your NAND is now being backed up. It's going to back it up fully once, and then go through it again to verify that any bad blocks were read correctly. This is going to take a while, so feel free to just leave the console doing its thing. And once it says verify succeeded, click any button, and then use the power button to go to the back arrow, and then use the power button to go over to where it says the Homebrew channel, and click the start button to select it. Next, select the preloader installer and click load. And wait a few seconds for the program to initiate. Press either the A or plus button on your Wiimote to install preloader. And once it says install done, go ahead and click A to exit the program. Next, select preloader launcher and click load. And use the D-pad to go down to System Menu Hacks and select the first two, being Block Disk Updates and Block Online Updates. Once they say enabled, you can go ahead and use the D-pad to scroll all the way down to where it says Save Settings and click A. Then go back and on the main screen select Homebrew channel and click A. Next, enter the WAD manager. This is the one at the bottom with the colourful logo. Once it's done, click A to select the SD card, and what we want to do is install all of these files. Use the D-pad to scroll down and use the plus button to mark all of them. In total there's 44 files, and once we've selected all of them, we're going to click A to install them all. You can view these as sort of compatibility files for the console. This part's going to take the longest out of everything, so just leave it to do its thing. Once it's done, click the A button, and it's going to restart your console. It's then going to reboot you into the Homebrew channel, and we can once again press the home button and select exit to system menu. And there you go, we now have the Homebrew channel, which means our Wii is successfully modified. So that is it, your Nintendo Wii console is fully modded. Let me know in the description below if you want to see more guides on things like installing games and themes and all that fun stuff. This guide purely just covered how to get the jailbreak installed. But for now, make sure to like, subscribe, enjoy your modded Wii, and I'll see you in the next video.